Uh, Welcome, race fans, to the Spark Rescreened LLC Late Model Tour, coming at you live from Oschersleben, uh, our one and only road course race of the season. It's located in Germany, right? What is it, like northeastern Germany or something? I don't know. But yeah, we're taking it to the other side of the globe tonight. Uh, right now, I am just joined in the booth by Justin Wilson. I don't know if Chase is maybe had another delayed flight or something, but yeah, we might see him later on. But if not, hey, we will hold down the fort. So, Justin, I know you fancy yourself a road course racer. What do you see? What lies ahead for these guys tonight in this car?
Yeah, it's going to be all about hitting your marks. One coming in tonight, there's going to be no yellows. So these guys are running from flag to flag. So one mistake will ruin your entire race. So these guys are going to have to be smart, hit their marks, not try to overdrive it. I mean, sure, we're only running 22 laps, but in 22 laps, you can burn them tires up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, yeah, it's going to be a lot about that as we're getting into qualifying. We have a little bit longer of a qualifying, so we got plenty of time to kill here, and we'll try to piece through it and keep everybody up to date with who's qualifying where. But yeah, it's going to be man, and the way you got to drive these cars here is just it's bonkers, man. You got to just like dive it in as hard as you can, like absolute last second before you get the brakes, and then just yeet into the corner essentially. So
It's all going to be on your driving style. I mean, some guys are going to take it easy entering and it'd be more power off the turn. And some guys are going to really just attack the entry, trying to gain up that time and hope that she sticks so they get kind of a mediocre run coming off the turn. Because you'll see all the different driving styles tonight.
oh yeah, yeah. And hey, I mean, you're gonna have guys that are fast, and you're gonna have guys that don't like road courses, and they just want to go out and try to get some points and stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's a wide variety, right? And yeah, it's definitely a true test, right? Something different. A lot of these guys ain't used to this, so yeah, it should be very exciting. Uh, yeah, while qualifying's getting started here, it gives us plenty of time to run through our normal pre-race shenanigans here. Uh, man, I'll tell you what, I forgot to put the points on the thing, but
Slacking. That long flight, you didn't have time.
yeah, you kidding. But yeah, I mean, we know what they are, so we'll let's at least go in and like read through them, right? So we got
say, are you all right, Johnny? Having a stroke over there for me?
yeah, yeah, I'm trying to find them here.
What are we trying to find?
Yeah, so the graphic that I should have put into the OBS, but yeah, so we got Justin Brooks up front with 152 points. Devin Jack, second place with 125. But Devin Jack is not here tonight. He had to go back off to school or something. I don't know if he's going to be around for the rest of the season, or maybe it's just this week. I'm not sure. So that opens it up to David Hill in third. He's got a long ways to go, but yeah, he's got 108 points with Ryan Phillips 2 points behind him. Sean Johnson with 105 points. That rounds out the top five. Then you got drivers like Aiden East, Scotty Phillips, Evan Pienta, Dylan Potts, and James Barker rounding out the top 10. Man, that was rough. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely tonight is an opportunity for some of these guys to score some points, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, you got some of these just absolute guys that just kill these ovals and are completely fast at ovals, but for some reason those right turns just bring a whole new challenge that they're not able to, pick up very quickly. I mean, it's a whole nother world running these road courses. Don't get me wrong. So we may see some of these guys that struggle at these ovals really excel at this road course.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely something that we'll keep our eyes out on as we take a look here at it's one of the Phillips, man. I always get mixed up. The paints look the same. This is Ryan Phillips, number 27, putting down his first lap, or is he just coming to the green? I think he's just coming
No, that
to the
was
green.
yeah. He just put down his first lap, which was a 31.3. Brooks has his lap down time right now with a 30 flat. I mean, definitely can tell Brooks does not miss a beat even when we're turning right.
Oh yeah, yeah, and yeah, we are still inverting the field tonight. There's going to be no heat, right? So it's everybody makes the race, but the top 10 is still going to be inverted. But you still want to go for that pole point. There's 3 bonus points to go to the fastest lap in qualifying. So yeah, I mean it's worth that little extra push to get those points, and then you got to fight through the field. Which hey, if anybody can do it, Justin can. But
Oh yeah, and road courses are a little bit more challenging to pass as well, and it depends on too if Brooks does have to start near mid pack or so. How lenient are these guys going to be to let him go? Because I mean, it's easy to get stuck behind somebody at a road course. Very easy.
yeah, and it depends on where too. Like you can be faster, but you got to know when to pass. Like you can choose a pretty bad spot to try to do it, and the guys there might not be room for them to let you go, and it can get chaotic. But yeah, it's all part of the game. That's part of the reason that we do this to try to spice it up, and yeah, I think it'll put on for a good show. We got a little bit of time here. We're going to talk about the Team Goon Squad Fans Choice Award. Uh, you can follow the link in the description and vote for your favorite driver during the race. Man, we got a lot of drivers in here, a lot of great guys to pick from, and yeah, if it's one of your buddies or family members or something like that, vote for them. If they get the most votes at the end of the season, they will win a $50 merchandise gift card from Team Goon Squad for their merchandise site. They have a bunch of Spark stuff, mugs and shirts and hoodies and all that stuff. Really cool deal. And we thank Team Goon Squad for coming on board with that partnership. Yes, we got looks like about 3 minutes left in qualifying. There's a couple cars on track. I'm trying to pull one up.
I'm over here muted my mic. Over here trying to talk.
Yeah, it looks like Clifton Simmons is on track. He's in the pits. Yeah, I don't know if there's anybody
Yeah,
actively
Evan
on the line.
Pienta, Evan Pienta is on track right now. Just ran his completed his first lap with a 132.1, which is 2 seconds slower than what Brooks's heater that he put down. But I was also, you can tell coming into this road course, there's a huge spread on lap times between Brooks right now with his 130.0, and then you're talking fifth place right now is a 132.3. So I mean, already a 2 second gap between the top five, and then all the way down to 136s. So big spread tonight.
Yep. Yeah, I mean it's not. We were talking about this before the race started, but it's not a normal road course. It's a newer track. It's a free track, but not something that a lot of stock car guys have probably driven before. So yeah, I mean there's definitely it's it's not like going to Watkins Glen or Sonoma or something where everybody's ran like a million laps and they kind of know what to expect. This is
Yeah,
completely new to a lot of these guys.
new territory. And plus, you know, most people don't want to pack up their things and fly across the world with their late model, spend all that money for whatever we're paying out for this race. Come on,
Yeah.
guys, we got $100 payout tonight. Let's go. Fly your cars across the world.
Yeah, I mean, well, hey, that brings it up. We are doing a giveaway tonight. Actually, two of them, I think. Uh, I'm not exactly sure the stipulations of it, but yeah, we're giving away. I think we're giving away a T-shirt, and then Nathan Gentry has also put up some diecast and stuff. So like, I think you get your choice of one of the diecast, or I think he might have like a hoodie or something too. I don't know. He's kind of been stocking up on this stuff, and we haven't used any of it yet. So yeah, shout out to him. Uh, yeah, we're gonna do like some random draws and stuff after the race, and yeah, so some of these guys they might not win the race, but hey, they're gonna go home with something, right? So that's a pretty cool deal.
No, I never complain about free stuff.
No, just got to figure out how me and you can enter for it, right?
I don't know. Well, we got 20 seconds left in qualifying. Looks like Aiden East out there trying to put a lap down, but his first lap did not count. Looks like he got a little bit of an off track, so he probably won't have enough time to complete his second. So some of these guys unable to put a lap down. Looks like we only got 3. Well, one just opted not to. Looks like Nathan Gentry, unless he's not racing, he just said nope.
Yeah, or maybe he just wants to start at the back, right? So
Exactly.
yeah, I don't know. I don't think we have warm ups. So we're gonna get right into it. It should. Uh, we should get the grid here. I don't know if it's gonna work. Yeah, we do. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so with the invert, we have Clifton Simmons and Curtis Kearns starting 1 and 2. We have Tony Caputo, Benson Weaver, third and fourth, followed by Sean Johnson in fifth, Jake Mackey in sixth, Dylan Potts starting seventh in the number 2, Ryan Phillips in the number 27th. Number 27. I just skipped Evan Pienta. I'm trying to do it. I'm looking
it's
at both
okay, Johnny.
screens at the same
It's
time.
okay.
Yeah. So ultimately, Justin Brooks won the pole. He's going to be starting 10th. Then we have James Parker at 11th, Scotty Phillips 12th, Garrett Lane 13th. We're on to 14th with Justin Shank and Caleb Hill.
Yeah, moving on there. 16th and 17th would be Lucas Longmire and James Danforth. 18th is Lane Nicely. 19th, Robert Brost. Dade Grajewski in the 20th position. Bob Belshaw, 21st. David Hill, 22nd. Rounding off the rear there is Aiden East, Jacob Phillips, and then Nathan Gentry. Rolling off last place there in 25th. So 25 cars, man. Big field tonight. Big field for this type of race. So should be pretty interesting. I'm ready for this. We're going to see some action. I guarantee you we're probably going to see some off tracks. We're probably going to see some very unhappy people, but all in the nature of racing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot to keep up with. I apologize now for my lack of producing here, right? It's big track. It's not like a little, half-mile oval where I can see most of the stuff, right? So.
Yeah, I'll do my best trying to keep through. Don't want to miss any of the action. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, Johnny, and this is from personal experience with road courses, right? When I said there's gonna be a lot of tempers, generally the tempers are the drivers mad at themselves because most incidents at road courses are pretty much self-induced. So the drivers are just hot-headed at themselves. So that's from personal experience because I get that way.
Yeah, so do I. Hey, you mess up a few turns and man, you get mad, you start over driving, you go off in the grass, and yeah, I mean, you'll definitely see a lot of that.
But this first start, going into turn 1, it's gonna it's getting to make or break this whole race. So hopefully these guys take it easy going into one. It's a long race. I'm telling you, turn one. Watch it, Johnny. Because that is one crazy turn. That's that slight left to that ridiculously long right-hand turn that just never seems to end. Like I said, we done a few laps of practice here, and that was a tough corner to really just get down, get your car settled in without really just driving up the track. And these guys are probably going to be 2x2 going into that turn.
Yeah, and there's not room for it, right? But they might be on this first lap. Might be more than 2x2. But yeah, one thing I'm noticing with the ticker that it's showing time, so it may be incorrect for tonight. I can maybe go through and try to fix it. I don't know. We'll see once we get going.
Yeah, it's gonna show the time, but it is a 22 lap race or 1 hour to accomplish it. So we should be well under that 1 hour. As here we go, we're under green. Clifton Simmons takes the green. They're already scattering. So Brooks is already trying to look for 3 wide. Evan Pienta back there. They're almost 3 wide going into turn 1. They settle it down 2 wide. They go in. Few drivers are already sliding in. Evan Pienta slides up into Dylan there. We got a car on the inside wall already. Who is that? That is Curtis Carnes. Keeps it straight. Oh, 71's running right in front of him. I told you turn 1's going to be some carnage. Not as bad as we thought it would be, though.
Yeah, they kind of get it settled out here. Man, Clifton Simmons with a huge lead because of that. Second place, Curtis Kearns, just, man, he just lost it. It looked like he got loose. I don't know if there was contact. But
Curtis, remember how I said tempers, right? I mean, you know he's fuming. He went from second place to second from last place. Yeah. All in one turn. Oh, oh, man, sorry. The 28, who is that? 28, James Barker. They had contact in that little S corners there. Man, I don't know the names of these corners at all. But him and Ryan Phillips, heavy contact going into that set of corners. And James Barker paid the price for that.
Yep. And, yeah, while we saw that, Benson Weaver just made a pass for the lead. He's, man, he's checking out, too. He's got what is it, over a second lead over Clifton Simmons now, going to finish the first lap of the race.
And it looks like we got our first DNF of the night. Dave Grajewski just blew an engine going in one of the corners. Looks like he just downshifted too early or something happened there. Engine grenaded going into the turn.
Yeah, and this has been too much to keep up with. We just saw the number 2 and the 55 get together out of the last turn.
Oh man, we got another car around. Lane Nicely is around in turn 1. I told you guys that turn 1 is a very tough corner.
Yeah. Like I said, it's too much to keep up with. There's action all over the track right now. This is like insane. Taking a look here at the battle with Clifton Simmons, Justin Brooks. Sean Johnson was able to get by Clifton Simmons, and Justin Brooks is out in the grass trying to get by him as we speak.
Hey, made the pass, though. That puts Brooks up to P3. I mean, he's just reeling them in one by one, being very smart with his passes as well.
I'll tell you what, though. Maybe some of that road and plate experience is paying off right now because Benson Weaver is still holding a 2-second lead over Sean Johnson right now.
Yeah, these guys are really just starting to get their rhythm down, starting to find that groove that they're going to run for this rest of the race, especially here up in the top 5. So Benson Weaver right now looking very strong. But I'm going to tell you, there's a hard-charging car 2 places behind him, though.
Yeah, if it goes anything like qualifying in practice, it'll be essentially 1 lap.
Oh, no. Aiden Neese is around. Big crash into turn 1. 3 cars involved. Oh my
they ain't
goodness!
done
Curtis
yet.
Carnes spins it around right in front of those guys. They all keep it going. It looks like really the few cars that got hurt the most with that is Aiden Neese and Ryan Phillips. Oh, excuse me, Scotty Phillips. Man, their cars look exactly the same, like you said.
Yeah, I think we probably have enough time to go back and take a look at what happened, right? So let's see. We're on board. Well, we're watching the 24 of Aiden Neese going into turn one. He gets out, gets into the grass a little bit, and just loses it right in front of the 28 and the 29, and big stack up from there. But yeah, I mean, hey, a little bit of contact, but nothing too excessive, and those guys will continue on.
Kind of looking at the scoreboard here. I'm curious on what happened with Evan Pienta because he started 8th and now he's showing 20th. I may have to
Yeah,
go
that
back and
was,
look. Oh, okay. So he got into it with the two of Dylan Potts. Yeah, coming off of the last turn there. Okay. Yeah, this field is completely just put in a hat, just shook up and then just redistributed. Like from where people started to where they're currently at is just completely everywhere. I think the only sanity that we have right now are those in the like kind of the top 4 there. But Tony Caputo, I'm gonna tell you that currently sitting there in P4. I'm liking what I'm seeing from that 20 car.
Yeah, I was about to bring him up. Well, you know, all 3 of these guys we're looking at right now, they were also able to get by Clifton Simmons, but Clifton is hot on their tail. I don't know if maybe he went off track or something and these guys got by, but yeah, Tony Caputo, Jake Maki, Ryan Phillips, pretty strong running so far.
But I don't know if you notice here this battle coming up. Oh man, Justin Brooks took a wide exit off that turn. Kind of even got the grass a little to get underneath Sean Johnson there. But I was about to say, Sean and between Benson here, they're all reeling them in. About to have a 3-way battle for the lead here.
Benson, man, he yarded them out for a few laps there, but they're definitely closing in here.
Oh, commentator's curse. Tony Caputo was around off the last turn.
Oh, no.
Looks like he took the corner just a little wide, gave it a little bit of too much gas off the corner. Around he went. Right in front of Jake Maki there. Tough break there.
I don't want to see this. Hopefully he pulled out when nobody was coming.
Yeah, he's all good.
Yeah.
The road is clear. He's back going. Underway. Man, there's a lot of action going on. Oh, man. I'm just... Everywhere I look, there's action going on. Bob Belshaw in turn 1 gets completely sideways. Or he was coming out of pit road, and Evan Pienta was there and just ran straight into him. Bob Belshaw did not adhere to the pit exit rules. So, I'm sure temperatures are a little hot right there.
Too. I just saw smoke appearing from nowhere. But,
yeah, and there's also Aiden Neese sent it into turn 1. Got spun around there. He's back going.
The battle is on for the lead of the race. All the top 3 are under a blanket right now. Benson Weaver gets a little loose out of the last turn. Justin Brooks is trying to look to the outside in turn 1, and he cuts low. Is he going? No, he backs it off.
He thought better of it. I mean, that was a smart veteran move there. Knowing the risk of just sending it. We got plenty of laps left in this race.
Yeah, but he is knocking on the door. He looks inside out of I guess that's turn 2. That's what I would call it. And yeah,
Benson gave it to him. Gave him the room. Sean Johnson there running identical lap times what Brooks was running too. I mean, the last lap there was a 32 32.5 for Brooks, and Sean with a 32.6, just a tenth off of him. So Sean's found some speed in this road course as well. But we've seen him pretty strong all season, so it doesn't really surprise me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, outside of Brooks, both of these guys running that road and plate deal. I know you've ran there too, but
Oh, yeah.
hey, it might not be the same car, but that road course experience will pay off.
Oh yeah, that road course etiquette too. I mean, just the racecraft of road courses. I mean, it doesn't matter what car you're running, it's the same.
Yeah, it's same mindset, just a different execution. That's all, right?
Yep.
Here we're going to go back. We're looking now at Ryan Phillips and Jake Maki battling for fourth. Looks like Ryan's maybe putting a little bit of a gap on him. There's still, man, there's still some battles
Got
going on here.
David Hill around on the last turn here. Looks like he just lost it coming off the last turn. These guys, seen a lot of people struggling coming off this last turn. It's like once they're applying the power and the car just starts rotating around them, and they're not able to hold on to them. So, fighting some of these rear tires tonight.
Yeah, I think a little bit of it may be the rumble strips, as we see 29 goes off track, 43 goes off track. They're both able to.
Oh my goodness. These guys are just that turn one. Like I was saying, even when we were able to run a few laps around here, that turn one's tough because the line is to really drive it in deep. But as these tires wear, these guys are going to realize that they can't quite drive it in as deep as they thought they could at the beginning of the race.
Yeah, it is a very deceiving turn. You got to throw it off in there. But, it gets up. Oh, my God. What a save by the 32. But, yeah, you got to you got to keep speed, but you got to still have the right angle on exit. And you can keep too much speed and get out in the grass very easily.
Yeah, this battle right here with Sean Johnson and Vincent Weaver, pretty intense. It looks like Sean made a little bit of a mistake there, but he'll have to gather it back up and see if he can make another charge at him.
Yeah, he definitely got a little loose out of the last turn. Yeah, now he's just, what, about a half second behind or something like that.
Another victim to turn one. Looks like Lucas Longmire, same thing, sending it into the corner. Couldn't get her wheel down enough. Caught the grass and around he goes. Was able to get it back going straight. It looks like he's going to fall probably back to 13th place. Was running 7th. So probably a little bit of frustration out of the 08 team, but still got plenty of time to get back up there.
Yeah, it's looking like this is our closest battle on the track. 28 of Barker just he had an incident in turn 2. We saw the smoke. But, yeah, that allows Jacob Phillips to catch up to him.
Look at the lap times Justin Brooks is putting down right now is equivalent to almost what he ran in qualifying. Here we are, 8 laps in this race, and he's running mid 30-second lap times.
Yeah. Oh, we got a battle for second. 8 seconds behind Justin Brooks at this point, but looks like Sean Johnson is finally able to get by Vincent Weaver.
Yeah, a lot of give and take up here towards the front. I'm gonna tell you what, the track is not given to some of these drivers tonight, though. Track's taken.
So I do gotta ask, because I know what it's modeled after, but Benson's paint job, right? It's a road course. Do you know what it's modeled after? What it's kind of a tribute to?
Actually, I can't say that I do.
Well, neither do I. But
Oh,
it's a it's a Corvette, right? It's a old. It's like like what 70s, maybe early 80s Corvette road road car. I don't remember what series it ran in, but yeah, that's the paint job off of it, and
hmm.
super cool car, super cool kind of throwback to that.
That's interesting. I'd have to I'm gonna look that up. So you know who our second fastest driver on the track right now is? Is that 27, Ryan Phillips. I mean, he has caught Vincent Weaver quickly. I mean, he's running over a second or 2 seconds faster than these two guys in front of him. And he's there. He's right on Vincent right now.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if what you were talking about earlier is coming into effect. Maybe he, took it easy on his tires. We're getting close to halfway through this race, and maybe he's trying to pile it on now, right?
Yeah, definitely. From what I've noticed in practice, right, your rear tires, if you take care of them, you'll have a lot more speed long run. Because you can definitely hit some quick lap times. Don't get me wrong, but at the expense of that rear tire, and it's not really worth it. So Ryan definitely taking care of his stuff, and it shows. So we got a car parked over here in the S here. Bob Belshaw is backwards. He gets her straightened back up.
But oh, he can't do that.
Yeah, it looks like.
Excuse me.
It looks
That
like.
was,
I mean, clearly he can't do that, Johnny.
oh no, that might have been worse than I thought. I was just answering a what a message in our chat here from Chris Smith. Got a couple other guys in the chat, as it looks like Bob is maybe going to pull off, or he's just letting some guys go. Maybe, I don't know. He's got a lot of damage, but yeah, we got Dustin Bawley in the chat again, and we have Buddy Barker saying, "Let's go, James Barker." Dustin Bawley's shouting out Sean Johnson.
Oh, Bob Elshaw around again. Bob is not having a friendly night tonight, but he had looks like a little bit of help. Yeah, he had a little bit of help from Garrett Lane, who just completely missed turn one. Got a little bit of the tire barrier there. And yeah, Garrett's just going to call it a night from that one.
Yeah, it might have had enough, right? I don't blame him, but yeah, I don't know. We're trying to look through here. We got a couple cars that are pretty close here. We got Dylan Potts, Robert Probst, Lucas Longmire here for 10th.
Yeah, Lucas Longmire trying to make up those positions that he lost from that spin that he had earlier in the run. Doing a pretty good job keeping her going and actually catching back up to these guys.
Yeah, he's a guy. I think he's maybe missed a couple races last few weeks, but so hey, he's somebody that I would count, in that like top 5 on speed. So I would not doubt if he's able to work his way through the field and get himself a good finisher.
Yeah, it looks like we had a pass over in turn one between Ryan Phillips and Vincent Weaver. Something happened to Vincent. Oh, he cooked it going into one. Completely missed it. Went off in the sand trap, just giving it to Ryan Phillips. But he was able to get it back on the track, just only losing that one spot. So good driving from him to keep that under him, even after losing it going into one there.
Absolutely, yeah. Very strong showing from Benson, man. It's good to see. I know, hey, he's lost a couple spots. He's made a mistake now, but he's still solidly in the top 5. And yeah, it's a really cool deal. We got Jake Maki. That's another one, man. He's he's kind of on an island right now. He ain't got pressure from behind or, maybe a little bit in front. He's trying to catch Benson, but yeah, it's another
Yeah.
guy that's been he's been running with us for a little bit here, and super cool dude.
Yeah,
Good to see a good run.
Robert Broche just had him a little spin there. No contact, just went into a slide and was unable to recover from it. And Evan Pienta was able to get by him, but Evan Pienta's been making a lot of ground up. I mean, remember, he fell back to about 22nd place, and he's already back up to 14th, and I think he just passed Robert for 13th. So making a hard charge. He's running fast lap times. Last lap 32. So he's running these times equivalent as he drives through the sand, but he's running times equivalent to what the leaders are running right now.
Yeah, hey, Evan is no joke at a road course. He actually won our last road course race in the Rescreened LLC late model tour here at Watkins Glen.
You said here at Watkins Glen?
You know what I mean. I was trying not to remember that race.
Hey, but keep in mind, we only got 11 or 10 laps to go now. I mean, this race has just clicked off pretty quick. But generally what happens when there's no yellows. These guys are doing a heck of a job keeping it going. I mean, still got a lot of cars on the lead lap, which is good to see. But really the battle, there's really not too many battles going on the track right now. Everybody's pretty much in a league of their own here. But looks like the first battle I see is Clifton Simmons and Caleb Hill. 38 in the 01. He's pretty much there. Caleb's been running him down for the last few laps now, and he's finally got him. So now the question is, how are you going to pass him? This place, from what we've seen, is pretty difficult to pass without you just sending it under somebody and hoping that they give you the spot.
Yeah, it looks like he was thinking about making a move there, but yeah, here he goes. Looking inside. He's going to think better of it. But yeah, he's definitely putting the pressure on for 6th place here.
Yeah, but then if you look right behind him, Danforth is catching up to him because they're starting a battle here. About to have a 3-way battle here for 6th place.
Yeah, that's definitely the closest battle on the track. We're going to keep our eyes on this. Looks like the 01 maybe washes out a little bit too far. Yeah, but he's definitely putting pressure on. He's still there. He's knocking on the door of Clifton Simmons.
Yeah, this battle is definitely spicing up, especially if Danforth starts to make his way into the picture. We're really looking at lap times. I mean, really nobody's really got anything close for what Brooks is running right now in his low 31s. Pretty much everyone's really running around that 32 range. See a lot of 32s, some 30, mostly 33s. So guys are holding them up, running some good lap times. But it looks like this is one of those another shows where as long as Brooks holds his own, he's pretty much got this one wrapped up in the bag. He's got a 20-second lead right now.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like he gets by Barker, putting him a lap down. But yeah, it's smooth sailing. He's got a at this point, hey, you still probably want to drive a little hard, keep yourself kind of amped up, keep the adrenaline going, but you don't want to make a mistake, kind of, want to back it down a little bit. You could anyway, and yeah, it doesn't look like that's what he's doing. You see him hopping the curbs and all that, but
well, sometimes running your normal line is better than trying to take it easy, because sometimes when you do try to take it easy, you will make more mistakes than you do just running what you're accustomed to. But I do want to get a shout out, man. Ryan Phillips. I mean, he's made his way all the way up to 2nd place. Started in 9th place right there with Justin Brooks. Really powered his way through the field as well. I know he was, if I'm not mistaken, he was caught up in one of those lap 1 or lap 2 incidents, and still able to make it up to 2nd place here. Very, very strong showing.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, man, he's always fast. I don't know if I, ever checked him as a road course racer, but he's showing tonight that he's got what it takes. And yeah, I mean, coming through the field like that, getting by some really strong guys. Sean Johnson, Benson Weaver here. There's a lot of fast guys behind him, so he's definitely. Hey, maybe he's a road course racer too. But yeah, we did see it was it Caleb Hill, the 01, had spun out, got the wall a little bit, got it back going. No harm, no foul, But yeah, that was probably a result of that great battle we saw between him and Clifton Simmons.
Oh yeah, probably just too anxious on trying to pass and wasn't able to keep it underneath him.
Yeah, now he sees himself under fire from Lucas Longmire.
Yeah, this is and like I say, he's just now in the top, or right there in 10th place. Oh, Brooks with a close call going into one there. Almost got a kind of sideswipe Belshaw there, but like you said, no harm, no foul, right? But
yeah, this is probably the most excitement Brooks has had in the last 10 laps or so, right? Getting by all these lap cars. Looks like everybody's being pretty courteous and giving him a lane when he gets to him. But
yeah, just trying to run through the field, trying to find some battles, but every person I look at, it's like you want to say that they're just completely sideways. These guys are fighting these cars. There's action really everywhere. Everyone's really fighting their own battles.
Yeah, we're going to go back to this battle between Longmire and Hill. That is the closest battle on the track, and it seems like it's kind of a little stagnant, right? It's spiced up for a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe Longmire can capitalize on Hill's mistake and get himself in the top 10.
Yeah, it looks like Hill's just getting a little bit of a corner exit than what Longmire's currently doing. Because you can see, Longmire just gains on the entrance in the corner, but then Hill just pulls away on the exit. So that kind of what we said earlier, right? The different driving styles kind of shows here, right? They're running pretty much identical lap times, but you can see just where somebody's driving harder than somebody else is.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different. It's not your normal road course, I would say. It's kind of some of the turns are, man, it feels like almost flat out, and then there's some decent braking zones, and then that bus stop or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what to call it. Chicane. That's pretty chaotic, but.
Yeah, speaking of the chicane and chaotic. Yeah, Tony Caputo or Justin Brooks trying to pass a lap, Tony Caputo, and Tony Caputo's just not giving it up. He wants to stay on that lead lap. It looks like Brooks finally gets by him. There was a little bit of door bumping there and everything. He was trying to stay in front of him, but just fell into the clutches of him.
Yeah, and with that, it looks like nothing but clear track ahead of Brooks. There was a car at the end of the front straight, but it's got plenty of room to stretch his legs a little bit more. Looks like the gap it's not stayed the same, but it's not grown as much back to Ryan Phillips. Yeah, he's kind of coming alive here a little bit. He's gaining as we speak. A little, not enough to catch him.
Yeah,
I think
it's gonna be
Phillips
tough to make up a 22-second escapade here just in the handful of laps that we have left. Looks like our closest battle on the track right now is between Clifton and James Danforth. Danforth's been slowly reeling him in these last few laps, and finally he's got up to his back bumper, and we all know with only a handful of laps left, these guys are going to have to really take it easy and not make no mistakes for these last few laps. So we're coming across the line with 4 to go.
Yeah, so let's take a look. We're on board with Danforth, and you can really just see how turn 1 is just, is it 1 and 2, right? I think we're going to say that, but
Yeah.
you really got to yeet your way in there, and then
Really
you
slow
gotta
it
carry,
down.
but you still have to carry so much. It's off in the grass.
He knows we're watching him. We're sorry, Danforth. We'll get off you.
Yeah. Let's see. Who else we got?
Really cycling through. I mean, that's really the closest battle that we got right now.
I mean, we're at 3 laps to go. Oh, it looks like Ryan Phillips had a problem. Sean Johnson was able to get back by him.
Yeah, it looks like through the through the, I don't even know what you want to call that, little chicane, bus stop S's. Those really tight kind of right, left, right. He jumped that curb, completely lost control of the car. Did a fantastic job keeping it off the wall, but lost all that time to Sean, and then obviously Sean able to get by him.
Yeah, so hey, the battle is on for second place. Ryan Phelps is trying to come back from his mistake, right? And man, it's gonna be hard to get by Sean, especially with only 3 laps to go. Really, it's coming to 2 to go. But
Yeah, Sean's been he's been hitting these corners very well. I mean, it's just they're coming up to lap traffic that's, side by side right in front of them. Bob Belshaw, oh my goodness. It's going to be a matter of how they get through this mess. And it looks like they're able to clear Belshaw, but Sean had a little bit of a hiccup there. Ryan was looking, he looked for it there, but thought better of it. So Sean's probably going to try and set up one of these corner exits to try and get a run. But he makes a mistake himself coming off that last turn there.
yeah, the gap grows to about a second. Still have another lap car ahead of him, James Parker in a 28.
Yeah, but James gets out of their way. I mean, he sees that hard charging group of cars coming. Just going to slide out of the way and let them battle. Here we are with 2 to go. It looks like we have, he's about just under a second behind Sean. Maybe a few more, or maybe a small mistake from Sean. He'll catch back up to him. But right now, Sean's holding strong.
Yeah, hey, it looked like he caught a lot there in mid-corner.
That's about it. Oh, yeah. I spoke too soon.
Yeah. Battle was on for second.
He wants that second spot back.
We're going to try, we'll try to catch this, but it's,
well,
there's not really anything else going on other than,
you're good.
No, there's a wreck with the 01, the 08. Looks like they got it going. Evan Pienta is able to get by both of them.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was. It looks like the 01 just lost it going on the entrance of the corner there. I hadn't seen that yet. Generally, it's the exit of the corner. But while it's happening too, Brooks has taken the white flag, so he's about halfway done with the lap already.
yeah.
But like I said, the battle is really for P2 because they're off going into turn 1 right now. And, Ryan is just able to really aggressively attack the entrance of the corners and really get really close to Sean there. Only a handful of corners left, though.
If he's going to make something happen, he's got to do it now. The time is running out. Gets a really good run off of the corner that time. And
this is right where Ryan's been very, very strong throughout this throughout this run compared to where Sean's been running. But Sean was able to get through there actually quite a bit better. Probably
Here we
driving in
go.
his mirror more than he is up front.
Justin Brooks lapping Robert Props to win here at Oschersleben. I know I
Close enough.
butchered that.
Here in Germany.
Yeah.
But the battle's still on right now. Ryan makes a mistake. Makes a huge mistake. Locks him up going into the turn there, allowing Sean to just drive away. Oh, the frustration there. As they're going into the last turn here. As long as Sean doesn't make any mistakes. And he exits that corner beautifully. So it looks like our top three is going to round up with Sean Johnson in second, Ryan Phillips in P3. Vincent Weaver just now wrapping the last corner here. He's going to come home in fourth place. Very strong performance for him from starting fourth and finishing fourth. Jake Maki right behind him. Crossing the
look
line,
at this
P5.
battle with James Danforth, Clifton Simmons. He tries to do the crossover. He hops the curb. Man, that was
what a pass! What a pass! And that was a last lap. Just Danforth saying, "If this is my opportunity right now," was looking high, psyched him out, went low, ate the curb, and just muscled his way by Clifton Simmons there to take over P6.
Yeah, we're not done yet. We still got it's a pretty close battle. We got cars.
Oh, we got
yeah,
I was about to say.
Oh, God.
But it looks like Lucas Longmire is going to be the last one that crosses the line here for P13. Last car on the lead lap. Well, I don't know about you, Johnny, but that race went by pretty quick.
It did. Hey, I'm kind of glad it did too. But road course racing is not easy to call. I think that that was
really
perfect
isn't.
length, right? But yeah, I think we'll go back and we'll start our interviews here. Starting off with, that's if he's available yet. It's Ryan Phillips. Yep.
Yeah, he's there.
Ryan Phillips, bringing it home P3. You fought your way through the field. You had second locked up, and I made a mistake. We didn't really catch it. I think we caught the tail end of it, but yeah, take us through your night and what you thought of the track and yeah.
The track was really good. A lot of people blocking as hard as they could block, and I was just trying not to move people out of the way too much and cause a bunch of havoc. So I just had to pick my moments and get around them. And going into that little carousel there, I hit the curb too hard and it shot me off to the grass. So just lucky to save it, and had a good battle there with Sean at the end there.
Yeah. We know you were mired in the back a little bit, and we were wondering if maybe it was from strategy a little bit. You were trying to save your tires. Was there any of that happened, or was it just strictly you trying to get through the field and being stuck in traffic?
Yeah, it's just being stuck in traffic. The tires don't really fall off here too much. You can pretty much run hot laps every lap and not see too much of a fall off because you got a clean track.
Hey, well, you were able to make it work, man. You got up through the field. Hey, man, there's a lot of good road racers in here, and yeah, I mean, coming in P3, you should have been P2, right? So, I mean,
I was messing around with
nothing to
stuff.
hang your head about. Yeah, I mean, what do you think going into next week? Man, I don't even remember what track are we at. Is it Nashville? I think.
I like Nashville a lot. Nashville's one of my better tracks. I like that you can have both the high lane and the low lane. Really bumpy track, so you got to make sure you hit your mark. Definitely a racy track, so I'm looking forward to that. Be able to move through the field a little bit easier on that track.
Absolutely. Yeah, and hey, we know you're good at the ovals. We didn't know you were as good at the road courses. Although I think you did finish third at Watkins Glen last season. Uh, or no, it might have been second. Yeah, I think it was second.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was second. I made a mistake going into one. Otherwise, I probably could have won that one too. You got to limit these mistakes that I keep making.
Yeah, well, hey, you've shown that you're also a really good road racer, and yeah, we look forward to seeing you at Nashville. You got anybody you want to thank? Anybody at home watching?
Just everybody watching on YouTube. It's cool to see how many views we get every week, and you guys up in the booth and Spark Racing League, everybody that puts this on. It's a challenge for you guys, and I know that. So I appreciate you guys.
Hey, well, we appreciate it. Once again, congratulations on the podium. I know, hey, man, it's not quite a win, not quite second, but still a very strong performance. And yeah, but look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah, and thanks, Johnny.
All right.
Yes, sir. Sean Johnson. You got a copy about Big Money?
I've got you.
Well, man, I'm gonna tell you what. I know you were comfortably riding there in P3, thinking that third was locked in, and you seen that mistake happen right in front of you. Capitalize on that P2. Tell me, how was the night?
Yeah. Earlier in the race, I'd seen Ryan really catching me. Was hoping to hold him up a little while because I thought I was faster through the parts of the tracks that would make it hardest to pass me, like through the good passing zones near the end of the lap. But I screwed up turn one, let him by. And then when he made that mistake, I got it in there too wide. He really held on to it. I ended up blocking the left front tire up a little bit, used him up more than I meant to. I feel kind of bad about that, but got the position, and we raced a little bit after that, and that was fun. So thought it went pretty decent, pretty good.
Oh yeah, no, I mean you guys are solid all night, but I'm gonna ask the question: did you think you had anything for Brooks?
No. He's like 2 seconds a lap faster, I think, and I think the last time I saw him on my relative, he was like good 20 seconds ahead. So kind of makes P2 feel like a win in a bit, because I don't think anyone was anywhere near his level. So,
well, man, I'm gonna congratulate you on that P2, that well-earned, hard-fought P2. Is there anybody you'd like to thank before you go celebrate with the team?
I want to thank
that's a lot of people to thank. That's a lot of people to thank. Yeah, I think we lost Sean, but
I don't
congratulations on the
he's just pulling, like, the ultimate practical joke.
Well, did you lose me after the sponsors?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. We said I'd like to thank, and then just gone.
Well, I'd like to thank Rescreened LLC for sponsoring the series for us, and RC Cola and Moon Pie for making me want to race it. So
awesome! Go celebrate with the team, man. Congratulations on the P2, and yeah, that was Sean Johnson, P2. Just that battle between him and Ryan, that was something there. Well, Johnny, we talked to the man of the hour, the man of the show, the man who traveled across the world to win by 34 seconds.
Yeah, let's bring him in. We got Justin Brooks live in the Spark Racing booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Man, you put a whooping on him tonight, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. In the past, it seemed like you weren't, not saying you weren't good at road courses. I know you definitely battled for the win at least one of them. But yeah, we didn't think you had this in you, man. You just went out and you put, just about close to a half a lap on the field, right? That's pretty impressive. So it's a newer track. Was there a lot of prep work that went into this, or is it just a track that kind of suits your driving style?
I probably suit my driving style. I never even heard their track until it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and the Mazdas were here, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go screw around in that, and ran like 20 or 30 laps or so, just messing with it, just trying to see what the track's all about, because someone told me it's a fun track, and that's all I ran until when we had to practice last night, and I went and run some laps and ran some laps earlier, and just like you said, it suits my driving style. It's a lot of fun for me. Like I can actually use the brakes and throttle here like I want, and like I ran Lime Rock before, and like you said, I was fast there, but I was really inconsistent there. And because I'm not a road course guy by any stretch of the means, I haven't run an official race on a road course since I first joined iRacing, and that was over 10 years ago. So I mean, it's been a minute, but I mean, it's a lot of fun, especially this track. So I mean, I guess it made it easier for me to adapt to it, considering, like I said, it felt like I was running a short track, but with just some right turns, obviously.
Yeah. Hey, look, you definitely put on a hell of a show. Yeah, I mean, it was still, very patient getting through the field. There was yeah, I mean, it's some great battling with, Benson and Sean and all those guys. Yeah, but really good run, man. And yeah, you got anybody that you would like to thank? Any, sponsors? Hey, you can plug yourself too. I know we have a paint sponsor, but go ahead, man. Like the floor is yours.
Well, since you insist, obviously, first and foremost, thank you guys, like I do each and every week, for this badass league and hell of a job on the broadcast. I'll plug myself, like since you insist, and plug Justin Brooks Designs. If you need a short track paint, especially, that's what I mainly do. Check us out on Facebook. We got a lot of stuff to showcase on there if you're ever interested. Thank everybody that ran me clean tonight. I only had a problem with one person. It was a lap car. Everybody else, just like you said, I was trying to be patient with them. They gave me room when I got to them. Didn't try to block the crap out of me or anything. I think the only one that made it a little hard on me was Sean, but he was doing what he had to do. And it's like you said, I was just trying to be patient and try to set him up for a pass and make him overdrive it and use his stuff up. And again, thank them guys for running me clean, and thank everybody that's watching out there. My girlfriend's tuning in for this one, so I give a shout out to her. Yeah, thank you guys again.
Yeah. Well, thank you. As always, congratulations on the win. Hopefully we get to talk to you next week. Hey, we'll keep going with this a little bit. What do you think about Nashville coming up next week?
I'm not a fan of Nashville, but I'll be there at Storyback Week, and plus it's a points race. I mean, my hands are tied. It's like a kid being served food you don't want, but you know what? I'm gonna still show up and I'm gonna still try to put on a show.
Yeah, it sounds good. Well, we'll see you there, and yeah, have a nice night.
Yep, you too, man.
That was your winner, Justin Brooks from Oschersleben. I didn't used to be that time. I don't know. I can't even spell this damn track. But yeah, very dominant performance. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pull up the results here. I know every time I do this, you guys get to see my background of my truck at Dover. Yeah, I think we'll be able to do it with this one tonight. Yeah, so Justin Brooks, Sean Johnson, Ryan Phillips, we just heard from Ned. Benson Weaver with an outstanding run tonight. Really a big improvement at the road courses, and we're happy to see it. Jake Mackey coming in fifth. James Danforth with that aggressive move on the last lap. Man, that was we probably should have been trained on that for the end of the race, but yeah, he brings it home sixth, beating out Clifton Simmons, and then Dylan Potts, Justin Shank, Curtis Kearns rounding out your top 10.
Yeah, following up with that, right? Evan Pienta started in 8th place, fell back in that earlier accident, made his way back up to 11th. Caleb Hill, seen him have some trouble tonight, finished P12. And Lucas Longmire, I'm going to say, also has some struggles, but pretty much everyone has some kind of struggle tonight. So that's 13th. And then, like I said, Robert Brost there getting lapped there, coming to the white, or was it coming to the checkered? I can't remember. Finished 14th. David Hill, 15th. Tony Caputo had that strong run in there at the beginning of that race. Finished 16th. Lane Nicely, 17th. Jacob Phillips, 18th. James Parker, 19th. Bob Belshaw struggled tonight. 20th. Nathan Gentry, 21st. Garrett Lane, Lost brakes there going into turn 1. Finished 22nd. Scotty Phillips 23rd. Aiden East 24th. And Dave Grajewski, there we go, blew his motor on the first lap. Finished 25th.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'd like to hear from him about what happened with that, but maybe we'll tell you next week in the broadcast. But yeah, really strong race, man. It's not, we're not always going to road courses and whatnot, but man, one time a season, and this one put on a really good show. Kind of surprising, honestly. I think I don't like this track, from practicing here and whenever I've ran here, but it put on a really good show in these late models, and I'm excited about it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm excited about, Johnny. We're heading to a track that has a little bit of a multi-groove track, or a little bit of multi-lanes there. That's the Nashville Fairground. Coming in next week on if you come in and join us on Monday next week, that's gonna be a good race.
Yes, it will, and that is our throwback race, where me, you, and Chase are gonna have to judge and pick our favorite throwback winner or throwback paint job. And
You're gonna leave that up to us?
yeah, well, it's supposed to just be me, but you can't trust me because I'm just gonna pick a Dodge, So
Well, you heard it, everyone out there. Put a Dodge on your car, you win.
exactly, yeah. Well, you guys got to hold me accountable, keep me in check. But yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. We'll pull up the remainder of the schedule here. There it is.
You got it. Well, you know the remainder of the schedule, right? Coming off next Monday will be the Nashville Fairgrounds, followed up with New Smyrna, Five Flags, and rounding off the season in IRP. That'll be October 7th. But with just a few more races left, we got the remaining 4 races. Does anybody have anything for Justin Brooks? I mean, he's won every race but one so far, and just absolutely dominated this road course. So, you heard his interview about him struggling at Nashville. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't believe it one bit. So we'll see on Monday. We'll see on Monday and what kind of motor he brings to the track.
Yeah, hey, I'm sure he will be a factor whether he likes the track or not. He may have even won there before in Spark, but I'm not sure. I have to go back and check. But either way, it's going to be a really good show. Yeah, it's kind of a more unique oval. Even that and Five Flags, I think, is too, right? But really, man, the whole remainder of the schedule, they're like different types of ovals, right? Instead of just the kind of more generic short track. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we got a few. Some of these tracks, right, are going to be some challenging tracks. New Smyrna is a pretty good track. It's kind of a flatter banking a little bit. I think Chase was running that one, I believe. Five Flags always been a personal favorite of mine. I used to live near the track, so that's got some severe. I don't know, maybe not so much on iRacing with these late models, but I know in real life there's a lot of tire degradation there with that old asphalt. And then IRP, generally a good, well-round track.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've always had good races there. Is that the one that you won season 1 last race? I think.
I think it is. I do think it. I think it was IRP between me and you.
Yeah, that was a great race. That was one of the
and then they kicked us out. Now we're in the
had. Yeah, funnest race I've had in the late models. So that'll be good, especially since I don't have to drive it.
Exactly. We'll leave it to the professionals.
Oh yeah. So, man, with that said, you got any final thoughts before we send it off tonight?
No, man, that was good, clean racing there. These guys got to pack up their trucks, get their cars back up on the airplanes, and head back to the States, man. We're done. We're done overseas. Nice short race. Get some time back to ourselves tonight, and kick her off next week in Nashville.
That's right. Back on home soil. And yeah, well, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Thank you to everybody that reached out in the chat. I know we kind of missed it for a little bit. We were a little late to the game, but yeah, we appreciate yous, and yeah, we'll see you next week.